Okay, so for today's deep dive, we're getting into the new book, Mr. Terrence, A Christmas Story by Val Lee.
And Val's background is really key here. He's a retired Disney Imagineer.
Right, and you can feel that creative process throughout the story. This is his 6th book, and it feels like he's sketching out a memory until it's just right.
Exactly. It's this true-to-memory tale about being 8 years old during Christmas of 1962.
And it doesn't start at Christmas, does it? It kicks off with this idyllic summer memory.
Yeah, it starts with a visit back to his family's Minnesota roots, Lake Kimball, his grandpa's, creatively engineered cabin and dock.
A perfect summer. But then they return to their home in Long Beach, California, and the routine of Catholic parochial school.
And that's when things take a turn, a serious one.
Okay, let's unpack this, because the transition from that summer joy to this health crisis is just so sudden.
It is. It starts with the mumps.
And it just works its way through the house, relentlessly.
First Val gets it, then his brother Peter, then the youngest, John, who actually ends up with pneumonia. So things are already really, really tense.
The family is stretched so thin. But the real crisis hits 2 months later, in December, when Tino, the father, gets sick.
And mumps for an adult is no joke. Tino had pre-existing conditions, stone dust in his lungs, and he'd recently had a heart attack.
So the fear is just, you can feel it coming off the page. He's hospitalized at St. Mary's, and the hospital has this strict rule.
Right. No children over 3 are allowed on the 4th floor ICU.
Which leads to this impossible moment for their mom. She has to be with Tino, so she leaves 8-year-old Val to watch his brother Peter.
She parks them in this little quiet seating niche near the elevators. And you have to understand, this isn't abandonment. It's this act of desperate trust.
Trusting an 8-year-old. I mean, think about those 2 boys just sitting there in the strange, sterile hallway all alone, just waiting.
So vulnerable, so uncertain.
And the weight on Val's shoulders is just enormous. He's clutching this little Blessed Mother ornament, trying to, connect his faith to this terrifying reality.
And this is when Mr. Terrence shows up, the janitor.
Yeah, he just appears with his cleaning machine humming Silent Night.
He's this quiet, calming presence. And then Val drops his toy, it breaks, and Mr. Terrence just takes it, says he'll fix it.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because Val's 8-year-old mind starts to see this man in a very specific way.
Yes, in a world where everything feels broken. His dad is broken, the car is broken. Mr. Terrence is someone who can literally fix things.
He becomes this bridge, right, between the mechanical problems of their world and the spiritual grace Val's looking for.
It's a brilliant look at how a child's mind makes sense of things, how it creates an explanation for comfort when it's needed most.
But the story, it doesn't really give you a clean answer from Mr. Terrence.
No, it leaves you with this lingering, almost unexplainable question of faith. His appearances are never fully explained.
But that uncertainty does resolve into happiness. The bookend is Tino leaving the hospital in a wheelchair, the family all back together just before Christmas.
So what does this all mean? I think the story really reminds us that resilience, that kindness, it often shows up in these completely unexpected ways during the most uncertain times.
And oh, by the way, after writing the book, Val actually went back to St. Mary's Hospital.
Did he really?
He did. And he confirmed that the little seating niche near the elevators, it's still there, exactly as he remembered it.
Wow. Which brings us to our final thought. The essential truth of this story isn't necessarily about what factually happened back in 1962.
What is it then?
It's that the story itself is the truth. It's how the raw, stressful memories of an 8-year-old were recalled and reconstructed decades later into this beautiful narrative. The memory, like an Imagineer sketch, was finally complete.